weather.
In Greensboro, there's a winter storm warning in effect until Sunday, January 13th, 6 p.m. The current weather is 35 degrees Fahrenheit with sleet. Tonight, you can expect icy weather, with a low of 31 degrees.
What's up, YouTube? This is Cooking with Doug. And I'm back again with my 8-quart Ninja Foodi. And tonight, well, I'm not really going anywhere. I'm watching the games. But as you can see, it's going to be a little chilly tonight. I'm going to make Doug style beef chuck roast soup. Now, I'm pretty sure, it's much easier to use, regular like beef strips or whatever you call them. I forget, my mind's in the fog. But I always want to make a soup with like a roast. Sometimes when I'm eating it, I'm like, wonder how this would taste in the soup. So we're going to do it today. It's perfect weather for it. And I'm hungry. In case you didn't see it, this is about 2 pounds, a little over 2 pounds. Of course, I'm going to use my favorite seasoning. Now, you don't have to use this, but to complete Doug style, I'm going to use some allspice as well. I like the taste. It gives it like a Caribbean flavor. Put some of that on there. I'm also going to add some red chips to, red flakes to this. I usually don't do that, but you know what? Why not tonight? And now because I'm going to go ahead and sear this in the Foodi, and I'm about to turn that on in sear mode in a second. I'm going to hit it with some olive oil, just so in my mind that the seasoning will stick onto the meat. So I'm going to flip it over and do the same thing. And let me go ahead and turn on my Foodi. And I'm going to go ahead and put it on sear mode right now on high. Let that go. I'll do the same thing for this side. Hit it with some EVO olive oil. Link will be in the description for that if you don't have one, y'all. Alright, I'm going to hit the bottom of the pot with some olive oil as well. Not too much. Now I'm ready to just stick it on in. 3 minutes aside, y'all. Set timer for 3 minutes.
3 minutes. Starting now.
Starting to smell yummy already. While that's going, guys, I got 3 cups of water. I thought I had some beef better than bouillon, but I don't. I think I remember what happened. It fell. It cracked. So I didn't replace it. So I'm just going to use some garlic base. I'm going to put 3 spoonfuls of this in my 3 cups of water and just pour it in. Actually, guys, I have this as a backup, and I'll just try this. Never had it before. But if you have beef bouillon, definitely use that. Alright, and then I'm also going to add a little bit of garlic bouillon to it. Well, not a little, that much. I want it to be nice and flavorful. Alright, let's pour in our liquid. Quiet everybody up. I only have 1 packet left of this generic onion mix, so I'm going to use half of it right on the top of the chuck roast. And by the way, guys, I still have it on saute mode. This will help it come to pressure faster. Figure why turn it off. Yeah, that's good enough. Yep. My bad, guys. I did forget to add this. What's your sister's social sauce? Y'all like that, right? I think that's funny. I still don't know how to pronounce it. I don't want to know how to pronounce it. It's all good. I'm just going to sprinkle some of that on there. Give it some more flavor. I'm ready to put the pressure cooker top on and get this popping. Alright guys, so I'm only going to do this for, let me make sure my valve is on seal. I just put it on seal. It wasn't on there. I always like to make sure and do that first because that's the easiest thing to forget. I'm going to just do it for 30 minutes and do a manual release, then add some potatoes and friends and go for another. Now I'm going to do 35 minutes. That was my plan. 35 minutes, doing manual release. Add potatoes and friends for another 5 minutes with a 10-minute NPR. That's my plan. I'll be back. Alright, I'll be back, guys. Alright, we're done. We're about to manually release the pressure. Alright, that's what we're looking like. I'm going to take the roast out and get ready to cut it up into chunks. What I'm going to do right away is get the fat out of this gravy before I cut up my meat. And then I'm going to pour the gravy back, the soup I should say, sorry, back into the pot. So I'm going to get all the oil out of it by using this device right here. It's called a gravy separator. It'll be a link in the description for that as well. Let that do its thing for a couple minutes. It'll start to separate. Alright guys, so like I said, I'm cutting this into chunks. If I were to do this again, I'd do it for like, no, this is good. This is good. This is good. The other piece was a little more tender than this one. This one's this is the consistency that I would want now. Remember, we're putting it back in for 5 minutes with a 10-minute NPR, natural pressure release. That's when we don't release the pressure. We just let it sit there for 10 minutes and then release it manually. So this is the consistency I want. So yeah, 35 minutes is good on a 2-pounder. Yep. Now I'll just cut up the rest of that. I just wanted to show you guys. Alright, so all the oil and gunk is at the top. So let's get this back in the pot. Alright, so I'm just going to put it back in there until that little oil line. And I'll discard that in another. Almost there. Whoop! That's it. You guys see that? See? All that's fat. Oil. Alright guys, so I'm going to put some onions in there first. Now I did add 1 cup of water, fresh water in there, because it kind of had a salty taste. So I got rid of that by adding 1 cup and a half of water in there. Which means I added too much, I guess, what do you call it? Bouillon or whatever. Paste, yeah, beef paste to it. So these are carrots, potatoes, celery. Get that in there. And I could just dump it all in there. I got enough. And now, finally, I'm going to add back my meat or my roast. That in there. Alright. Get with my Spurtle. Shout out to everyone with the wooden or silicone Spurtles. I'm going to give that a final mix like that. Alright. Alright guys, so we're going to hit pressure. We're going to go 5 minutes like we said. And then we're going to do a natural pressure release for 10 minutes. Alright. Then we'll be done. Alright guys. That's what we have. Remember I had to add 1.5 cups of more water because my broth was too salty. But that's okay. Because now it's not salty. And when I make a plate, it won't look as soupy as it looks now. So it's all good. So just make sure when you're doing it, 3 cups is fine. Because if it was just 3 cups of water in here or liquid, you know, you would see more of a ratio of the, you know, the veggies and all that good stuff. But it's all good. Let's get a plate going and let's eat. Because the Cowboys are losing. And I don't know if I should be happy about that because I was rooting for them, but I can't be mad. Shout out to my Kitchen Gadgets group on Facebook one time. And I'll put a link into the description to my paper towel thingy. A lot of people ask about it, and I'll put a link in the description how you can get it on Amazon. You like my Searzall torch thingy? I think it's cool. So sorry, guys. So sorry. It's halftime. See that? So sorry. Alright, guys. It's time to eat. So let's get some chuck roast in there. Let's just get the first bite out the way. You first. You got it? That is good. Perfect for tonight too. Perfect. Come on. Yeah, I'll take that one. You got it? I don't know what to say. It's just good. You gotta try this. And you know what you can do, I could, you know, tomorrow, you know, when I have this, I can make some rice, put it on some rice. I can add some noodles to it, maybe some elbows, I don't know, whatever. It's just endless things I can do. You know, you can have it with some bread, some buttered bread or whatever. It's a good deal. But anyway, I'm going to sit down and enjoy this. I want you to go ahead and click the link in the description. If you're not joined to my Ninja Foodi group, it's called Ninja Foodi Nation. If you're thinking about getting a Ninja Foodi, or if you have a Ninja Foodi, don't be afraid of success. Join my group. Share the recipes that you already know how to make. Or if you don't have any, or if you're looking for some, do a search in my group and get recipes. That's all I got. If you like it, remember to subscribe. If anything, thanks for looking at my video, y'all. It's Cooking with Doug.